As it accumulates, it forms a cone. The height and radius of the cone are measured and the angle is calculated by using the formula. Everyone, welcome to my channel Pharma Talk with Imran. In today's video, we are going to discuss regarding a new topic called as angle of repose. So what is angle of repose? So it is the maximum angle which is formed between the surface of the powder pile and the horizontal plane where the powder is allowed to flow freely. So here we can see a angle, that is theta, is formed. So it is in between the powder surface and a horizontal plane. So that is called as angle of repose. So in simple form we can say here the powder pile means it is the cone shaped. So it is the cone shaped heap or structure which is going to form when the powder is allowed to flow freely by pouring from a certain height. So here, so the mathematical formula which is going to use to determine the angle of repose is tan theta is equal to h by r. That is here theta means what? Angle of repose. So this one, and h is equal to height of the powder cone. So the height of the powder cone, and r is equal to radius. That is the radius which is going to form during the flow. Now how it is going to measure? So it is very simple to measure. So simply we are going to the powder is allowed to flow through a funnel onto a flat surface. As it accumulates, it forms a cone. The height and radius of the cone are measured and the angle is calculated by using the formula. Then why the angle of repose is important in pharma? So here it is useful in evaluating the powder flow characteristics, that is powder flowability, and it also helps in tablet and capsule manufacturing. So it ensures uniform dye filling during the tablet compression, and it prevents production problem like clogging, uneven filling, and it also assists in selecting the suitable excipients and processing the method. So in this table we can see some values are there which is going to show the flow property of the powders. So in the first column we can see the angle, and in the second column we can see the flow property. If the angle of repose is less than 25 degree, it is excellent. Then if the angle of repose is 25 to 30 degree, then it is good. If the angle of repose is 30 to 40 degree, it is fair. If it is more than 40, then it is having very poor flow property. We cannot manufacture the good quality tablets or capsules. Then the factors which are going to affect the angle of repose: the particle size of the powder, the particle shape of the powder, and the moisture content, and the surface roughness and density. So the importance of angle of repose in pharmacy. So the angle of repose helps the manufacturers to predict the flow, that is powder flow, during the tablet compression, capsule filling, blending and packaging, and better flow ensures uniform drug content and consistent product quality.